welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sahara Coleman. So first of all, obviously we're going to start with liner before lashes. I know my eyebrows are a little bit too thick, but I did not go around them with concealer. I just let them go. Starting with like eyeliner, I use 4 different types. There are like 5 different types of liner altogether. You have like gel liner that comes in a little pot like this, which I don't have any gel liner, that's just like a smudge pot, but you can use gel liner. Precision micro eyeliner. This is the Rimmel London Scandal eyeliner, and it looks like this. This is more of a pointed pencil. You can use this, so you can use an eyeliner like this. Max Factor Masterpiece High Precision Liquid Eyeliner. I'm not a big fan of this type because while it is thin on the side, it is a more wide application. You're not going to get a lot of movement with it. Here is this one swatched. So then the third type of eyeliner that I have is this NYC, and this is a liquid liner. It's not a pencil or a gel liner. This is okay, but it's not the best when applying the liner because it does have a longer applicator, so you're going to be a little bit further away from the eye and you're not going to get a lot of control with an applicator like this, but it's still a really nice liner. This one takes a little while longer to dry down. The fourth and final type of eyeliner that I have is another liquid eyeliner, and this is from e.l.f. This is e.l.f.'s Expert Liquid Liner, and here's how this looks. The packaging did get rubbed off of the NYC and the e.l.f. one, so I apologize ahead of time. I love this one. This is my favorite one because the applicator is much shorter, so you're going to be able to get a little bit closer and a lot more precision. This one is used up, so of course I can't give you a good swatch of it, but here's something like it. Remember, it is used up because I do love using this. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of eyeshadow primer. You want to set the primer to make sure that you don't have a sticky base. Of course, I'm gonna say ahead of time, use whatever eyeliner, pencil or liner or gel liner, whatever you use whatever makes you feel comfortable to use. Don't use whatever I say just because, but I'm using what I know I like in my trusty eyeliners. Because I'm pretty much out of my e.l.f. liner, I'm gonna kind of dip it into my NYC one just to get some of this liner out. So to begin, I'm gonna start off by just drawing a flick right here. I like to start off with the flick rather than going across the eye. So I'm just going to start off. I would advise you to kind of hold the eyeliner at an angle rather than holding it straight, because you don't want a straight line. So I'm going to kind of hold it at an angle and put it close to the edge of my eye, right about here, and kind of flick it up in this direction. So just about like that. You want to start with a short line first, so you'll make sure that you don't drag it out too far. You don't want a really long wing unless that's the eye look that you're going for, but I'm just going to start about there. And then to draw the line to my eye, I'm not going to start at the edge right here, and I'm not going to start at the tip. You can start at the tip right here, but that depends on how thick you want your wing. I want kind of like a normalish regular wing for now. So I'm going to start about halfway between the liner right here. I'm going to start about halfway, and I'm just going to drag that to my eyelash, like right along here. Just like that. So I'm just dragging it like that, and then I'm going to kind of like even it out. like that. And then I'm just going to start to fill this in. So I'm just going to go back into some of that liner and start to apply it along the lash line. And I'm just taking it down all the way. So something like that, that's what you'll get. Just had some liner right on my eyelash. Oh gosh. So obviously you could pretty much just keep going in on the lash line and just making sure that the liner looks even. But I am the type that if I keep trying to make it even, that I'm going to end up making the lash line way too thick and it's going to cover up the whole eye. You can just continue with this liner, but to make it a little bit easier, and since we're going into the inner part and not doing like a flick, I'm going to go into the Micro Precision, is that what it's called? Precision Micro Eyeliner by Rimmel London. And since this has a nice thin pointy applicator and it's not like flimsy, it's going to give a nice little point, which is what I want for this like Arabian style look. So I'm just going to take it from about right where I stopped at with the liner. And I'm just bringing it down into the inner part first. And then I'm going to bring it down, still in the inner part. Bring it down a little bit into like a point. And then go back in and kind of drag it back out like this. So you kind of make a little triangle. You start at the point down here, drag it out a little bit, and then connect it back into the lower lash line, and then kind of fill it in a little bit. So you'll have something like this. It gives like a nice cat eye look. This is kind of cute though. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the lashes now before I finish off with the lower lash line. But so far the wing looks something like this, so that you can still see the liner through the lashes. I'm going to apply a more natural lash rather than a very dramatic one, but this is the part where if you mess up on your wing liner, you can always go in with a thick lash so it'll cover up your liner. I'm going to go in with my Kiss lashes in the style Ritzy, and these are not new. I don't have any more new lashes for now, so it sucks that I can't show you guys how to like cut them. But obviously when you get your lash, they're going to be too long, just a little bit too long for your eye. Is you want to take the end of the lash, take the longer part and apply that edge of your eye like that. You want to apply the longer part to the end of the eye and then the shorter part to the inner part of the eye. And in here, this part right here, wherever it's longer at, you want to just snip off just a tiny bit of that part where it gets longer into the inner corner. The best applicator to apply your makeup, your eyelash with, is either your finger, of course. I'm not big on applying it with my finger anymore because I'm not able to really apply it where I want it to go. So I love applying it with a pair of tweezers. You can apply it with tweezers, or they do sell lash tweezers. You can just use regular tweezers, but if you want to be fancy and get some lash tweezers, go ahead. You want to make sure when you're using your tweezers, and you want to grip it in the middle of the lash like this. So you want to hold it in the middle, not on the end of it and not on the other end, definitely not on this end, that would be bad. You want to get a grip on it in the middle of the lash so that you can easily apply it like that. And you want to make sure that when you're applying it down, not only do you want to grab it in the middle, you also want to make sure when applying the lash, you want to apply the middle part first. You want to apply it directly in the middle like this so that you can grab each edge and just put it down like that. There's no glue on here right now. So to apply my lashes, I like to use two different types of glues. The first one that I like is this one by Kiss Lashes. This is the Strip Lash Adhesive. It's made with aloe, and since it's made with aloe, it shouldn't, and I say it shouldn't because everybody's different, but it shouldn't irritate your eyes since it's made with aloe, of course, unless you're allergic to aloe. I don't think anyone's allergic, but I don't know. It's also in the shade Black, which is amazing because when you're applying lashes, you don't really want to use a lash glue that has a white adhesive. Like this is white, so it's going to show up if it doesn't dry down all the way. Some lash glues dry down all the way, but then you have some that are white and they may still show. So you definitely want to go in with something that's black rather than white. This one is by Kiss. This one is by Ardell. And this one is also by Kiss. This is their newer lash glue. I really love using, not only is it a black lash glue, so it's not going to show up like a white one would, but it also has a brush applicator. It looks just like the liner, but don't mistake a liner. Don't mistake an actual eyeliner for a glue like this. Oh gosh, that could be really bad. But it has a brush tip applicator, so it'll allow you to apply how much glue you need versus a lash glue like this where you have to squeeze it out of the tube. I never liked using the squeezy tubes because you end up squeezing out way too much product, and then you have to take away some, or it'll just take longer to dry. So now that I applied the lash glue to my lashes, I'm gonna let them sit for a little while. You want to let your lashes get tacky, not dry, but you want to let them get tacky before applying them. So let them sit for about 30 seconds and then go in and apply it. You want to make sure it's tacky so that it will stick down versus being wet. If it's wet, it will move around, and that's one thing I did not know when I first started doing makeup, that you were supposed to let it get tacky. I used to wonder, why can't I apply this lash? Like, why is it moving this way and that way? Like, I struggled applying lashes. Okay, so now that my lash glue has set for 30 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the lashes. And remember to grip them in the middle and then apply them down in the middle. So that's what I'm going to do now. And you want to just apply them right above your natural lash. So I'm just going to stick it down on the outer part first and then go into the inner part. So when I have them down like this, I'm going to go ahead and kind of grip them together, kind of like just pinch them together with my real lash and my natural lash, just to make sure, with my real lash, my natural lash, wow. With my falsies and my real lash, just to make sure that they're together, nothing's peeking through, and this is how it applied. So you should get something like this. You want to make sure you apply the lashes right above your real lashes, like right on them. You don't really want to apply the lashes to the skin because then you'll be able to see the space in between. You want to apply them like right. For the lower lash line, the two types of liners that I like to use is the one from Profusion. This is the black eyeliner pencil. So you can go ahead and use a pencil like this. I'm gonna go ahead and just swatch it for you guys. So like this, or you can apply it with a more gel thick hard type of eyeliner pencil. It's weird to explain, but this is the Maybelline Unstoppable eyeliner, and this is how this one looks. It's kind of like a pencil, but it's more of like a crayon type of formula, and I'm gonna swatch that right next to it. And this is how this one apply. I like this one a little bit better, the Maybelline one, because it's less irritating to the eyes and you're not really going to poke yourself, or it's not going to be kind of rough or hard to really draw in like a regular pencil, something like this would be. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Maybelline for this one. And I'm also going to make sure to kind of connect it to this inner part that I did. And I'm also going to make sure to connect this part in here. So you see how you can see a space? I'm going to apply my Lancome Grandiose mascara. So this is optional. This is not, dang, my lashes look long. This is not everybody's cup of tea, but you can also apply mascara to your false lashes too, just to blend them in and make them longer. And you want to be careful on this part. You don't want to apply the mascara too hard because you don't want to risk pulling up your lashes, but you just want to do a little bit. And this will also add to the falsies if they're really natural. So this is how this eye is looking. My eyes are starting to water up. Please do not water. I do not need you guys to water. Oh my gosh. Don't stop watering. Now I'm going to move to the other side, and I'm going to show you guys how to apply the liner with tape. Alright, so now that I have my piece of tape, I'm actually going to just rip this in half right quick. So now this is my tape. So now what I'm going to do is not just go in and apply, because that would be, the tape is way too sticky and you don't want to ruin, you don't want to mess up your skin by applying it all. You know, that would be too much. And I do have makeup on. You can apply this over your makeup. It won't completely ruin your makeup. But what I'm going to do is apply it to the back of my hand first. Kind of warm it up. This will make it less sticky. I'm gonna apply it to the corner of my eye, about here. You don't want to apply it on your brow. You want to apply it at the end of your brow, on the corner of the eye, and right on the corner of the brow area. So now I'm gonna go back in with my e.l.f. liquid liner. This side is just going to help you get a cleaner, neater application, especially if you can't just go in and apply it like that. You can go in with tape, and you want to just make sure to start at the edge, just like this. Try to make sure it's even on both sides. Of course, you're not going to get it to be as even as you want to be and perfect, but just like Jenna, the YouTuber, said, just like your eyebrows, they're sisters, not twins. Same thing with liner, sisters, not twins. So try to get it as even as possible. So now that I have that line right above the tape, I'm going to take it in just like I did on the other side. Fill it in. Just like this. If you did mess up on the liner a little bit too much, you can either fix it by applying some more eyeshadow around there to clean it up, or primer or concealer, or you could just apply thick lashes and that will cover it up. So now I'm going to take this tape off gently so you can just see how it looks. So this is the line. You can always go back in with some concealer to clean up the edge part. Do some of my ColourPop concealer to show you guys. And I'm going to put it on this little flat brush. And just a little bit on the tip of the applicator. And kind of clean it up like this. So just like that. And I'm just going to kind of like tap it in a little bit. And I'm also going to take a little bit of that concealer as well and apply it right here. Like I said, if you mess up on the going across the eyelid, just apply some of the concealer. That was a little bit too much. Let me blend that out and apply it across here to just clean it up. So I'm just gonna do what I did on the other side like this, and I'll be right back.